Let me hear your answers. Think you better than pros? Think you don't know? Think you don't know? So you think you 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 know sports?
Welcome back, sports fans. This your boy Turtle with the UNeducated Network, and this my show. So, you think you know sports? And today, we're going to take a trip to the AFC North. We already took a trip on 3 episodes to the NFC South, the AFC South, and then the NFC North. Now we're on the AFC North. We're going to jump right into it. The Pittsburgh Steelers were 11-5 last year, 5-1 in the division. They led their division, was a good team in the AFC to compete with the perennial Patriots, of course. They showed up. They had a good year. Ben Roethlisberger put up over 3,800 yards passing with 29 TDs and 13 picks. Le'Veon Bell had 1,200 yards rushing and 7 touchdowns. So they definitely was doing their thing. Antonio Brown also contributed with 1,200 yards receiving and 12 touchdowns. So, I mean, they got a good offense. You got a receiver, running back, quarterback. All you need is for the defense to help you out sometimes. I mean, that's really all you need, period. You need the defense to help you out sometimes. And they drafted T.J. Watt, J.J. Watt, little brother, so hopefully, he balling out like J.J. Watt. I'm sure that's what they hoping for sure. They got Juju Smith, too, wide receiver, and Josh Dobbs. That's Big Ben replacements from Tennessee. That's a possible Big Ben replacement. Let me make sure I say that. Big Ben had flirted with retiring this year. He had threw it about saying that he was going to possibly retire. So we'll wait and see about that. They drafted T.J. Watt. I like T.J. Watt. That's a good pickup for them. Like I said, hopefully he turned out to be like his brother. You never know, but hopefully that's what they hoping for sure. So we're gonna jump right into the Ravens. The Ravens were 8-8. I mean, the Ravens is one of those teams that I feel like it's a good team, but they always up and down. They just got to do a little bit better as far as offensively wise. Their defenses always show up. Maybe not be the best every year, but their defenses most certainly show up, though. And Joe Flacco put up 4,300 yards passing, 20 touchdowns, but with 15 picks. He was turning it over in costly times, which is what ended up costing them in the long run. He 8-8. That means you lost some close games. And he was the definite benefactor of definite reason to that factor. They drafted Marlon Humphrey, cornerback out of Alabama. They love Alabama products. Ozzie Newsome loved getting Alabama guys, so I don't got a problem with that one. Plus, Marlon Humphrey is a big-time guy. We had already snatched up Marshawn Lattimore. The Saints had already snatched up Marshawn Lattimore, so they couldn't do nothing about that one. That was a good pick for them. They went 5 out of 7 on defense. So although I say their offenses be hurting them, and they know how to build on defense. And so with that said, they got 5 out of 7 guys in the draft on defense. And it's just time for them to start balling, point blank period. Joe Flacco then got paid after the Super Bowl, and it ain't been right since. It's time to show up. They show you the money, time to show up, period. Let's go. The Bengals were 6-9-1. Man, I like the Bengals. I like the coach. I like the team. They remind me of a little local team out here, like LaGrange, the high school team. We always, that's the school I went to. We always had good players, but we just never could put it together and be a good team, man. It's crazy. And that's how I feel like they are, man. Andy Dalton threw for 4,200 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 8 picks. So his numbers definitely was there. A.J. Green had missed games and still had 66 receptions for 964 yards. So that's big time. Like I say, they got a good team. it just, man, they just fall off so much, man. It's crazy, man. I don't know what they be doing to lose games sometimes, but they lose games more often than not, man. But that's man, I like them. I wish they would do better, man. Uh, they had the number pick. The number pick they had was a surprise because they went after Mr. 422 himself, John Ross, Mr. 422 himself, blazing speed. But I mean, okay, I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. You need some help on offense, like I said. So you want to make a home run with that pick and then go defense with all the other picks. Okay, I get it. But you got to hope that that pick ends up being a home run, though. That's the key to that, though. The Browns were 1-5. Pardon my laughter, but the Browns were 1-5. Ridiculous. It's time for them. They in total rebuild mode, man. I love Hugh Jackson. Hopefully they keep him around. You know, we seen how that played out in Golden State. We ain't gonna even get on that. But you know, hopefully they keep him around and not bring in another guy to replace him with the guys that he put there and put together. You know, so we'll wait and see on that one. The jury out on that one. I don't know what they're gonna do. We'll remain to see. They got Myles Garrett, Miles G up in the draft with the number 1 pick. Everybody okay with that one. As long as he come out and produce, and not necessarily immediately, because we seen Jadeveon Clowney not produce immediately, and still end up coming back last year and still ended up being a great player overall. So you don't have to produce immediately per se, but I'm sure it would help. You know, it definitely would help them. But that's it for y'all. That's the AFC North. We're gonna take a trip to the NFC West next. So stay tuned. Episode 4. We're gonna take a trip to the NFC West. So stay tuned for that one. Then we got 3 episodes following that one to close it out. We're getting closer to the season. Season starts August 3rd with the Hall of Fame game. And that's it for y'all, man. So you think you know